I'm David Lamy. I'm managing the Resource and Recovery Business Unit France of SUEZ, of the SUEZ Group. SUEZ is a group managing two key resources around the world, water and waste. Right? We're employing roughly 40,000 people around the world, and we are generating a revenue of around 9 billion across 40 different countries. So the mission of the company, if I have to summarize it, it's very linked to the topic that we have been discussing today. It is to make the best use of two key resources, waste and water, and to use them in order to optimize the ecological and the energy transition. We need to make the best possible use of limited resources which are on the earth today. This is the mission of SUEZ. So, very interesting panel today. We've been discussing the opportunities and the challenges around increasing recovery, increasing recycling, and basically how to make the best possible use of resources in Europe. So today, waste is seen as a resource, which is a great thing that has been achieved over the past 20 years, notably thanks to the waste hierarchy. Now today, waste is not only a resource, it is a resource which has to generate the best CO2 efficiency and the best as well biodiversity impact. So what we need to achieve is to make sure that we reduce the impact on the primary resource. And this is the reason why we are trying to use waste more and more, is to first and foremost to reduce the impact on the primary resource. That has been achieved or is about to be achieved thanks to the waste hierarchy. But now the chapter that we are facing is not only to deal with the resourcing aspect of waste, but to make sure that we are optimizing the CO2 component and optimizing the biodiversity impact. And here, what we need to do, and this is what we've been discussing today during the panel, what we need is long-term planning. We need long-term anticipation of what is going to be the best use for each waste stream. What we need to deal with, we need to deal with usage conflict. There will be usage conflict, right? We need to project by 2030, by 2040, what will be the best use of wood, for instance. Is it biochar, right? Is it burning wood instead of burning coal, right? Is it to use biomass for producing biomethane, right? There are a lot of options. Some options will be far better than others, but in order to determine which option will be better, we need long-term planning, right? And we need regulation for that, because there will be usage conflict, right? And how do you solve usage conflict today? There are two ways you can deal with that. You can deal with that through price, or you can deal with that through volume, which means regulation, right? And we need to have a regulation, a long-term regulation, which is anticipating properly usage conflict. Otherwise, we are not credible, because we are double counting or triple counting waste stream. So there are great resources, but as long as we're able to say in 20 years, in 50 years time, this will be probably the best use of that resource. This is what we've been discussing today.